Warning! Warning! I am an idiot. I'm just a guy in a pole barn. Get it? Pole barn garage. Anything I say to do, you do at your own risk. I'm just some dude. Let that be your disclaimer. Let's get on with the show. Welcome back for another episode of Pole Barn Garage. I don't even remember where we left off in the last one, but I'm pretty sure we put the window in. We got the trim on it. Got a few things wrapped up in there. Maybe I won't even use this intro, but if I do, you're gonna see it. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Let's just jump right in and get back to work. Went ahead and got the other seat in. Figured I showed you once. No reason to really show it again, but boy, it looks nice. I mean, I guess. And if you sit in there, it's pretty comfy, actually. Stopped off at my buddy Roy's house, and what did he have for me? But actual Ram Air hood inserts. So these are going to be awesome. We'll just have to finesse them in. Something like that. But, you know, obviously they're white. So the judges, these were painted black on the judges. We'll just paint them black. Not because I want to make it a judge, but because I'm lazy. You see, there's a difference. What the? That's just perfect. Factory correct. That's exactly what the judge would have called for. Or maybe the executioner. Kaboomy. Thank you, Roy. Oh my God, it's dripping on me. What are we doing here? It's a good question. What are we doing here? Well, we're changing spark plug wires. I got from Holley yellow Excel plug wires. And that is because they are ugly. And that was really cool in the late 70s, 80s, into the 90s. You'll still find some stragglers out there running yellow super stock wires. And I'm one of them. I like them. So I'm going to show you how to make spark plug wires. And how I make spark plug wires without any special fancy pants tools or things that you probably should use to make spark plug wires. So take everything I say with a very large grain of salt. But basically you're going to get a bag full of stuff. And there's going to be stuff in the bag. And this stuff in the bag is stuff that you need to make a spark plug wire. And you use this stuff on the spark plug wire by attaching the stuff to the ends of the spark plug wire. After attaching the stuff to the spark plug wire, you plug the spark plug wire into the stuff and onto the thing. Simple. As you can see, I've got two of them on there right now. And that way you can kind of smell what I'm cooking. Now the way you want to run your plug wires is you put them on the spark plug and then run it up to the distributor cap. You don't start at the cap and go down to the plug. Because the wires come with one end pre-crimped and installed, and that is always the plug wire end. I've done them backwards. It doesn't change anything. You can do it. It's fine. I've done 1 and 3 on this side. So now we got to do number 5. So we're just going to pop number 5 off, and Pontiacs rotate counterclockwise in their firing order. We know where 1 is, so we will just go 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5. There's our number 5. Now 5 on a Pontiac is a very short run, and you will note that the wires you are provided come in varying lengths. Pick a short one for this one because it's probably the shortest of them all, actually. Put it on the plug wire, route it where you want it, alright? You know, route it wherever you want to try to hide them or display them loud and proud like I am. Or just do it sloppy and, you know, not very good like I am. And we're just going to kind of eyeball where we want it to be. They always have writing on them, you know, to show off how cool you are. So I always just pick one of the letters that's where I'm going to cut. So if it's, say, this one kind of lines up with the S in suppression. And that's where I'm going to snip it. Now, ideally here, you want to use some flush cuts. I don't have any. All I have are diagonal cutters. Flush cuts work a lot better, but I don't have any. It is what it is. Now, here's where we're going to deviate a little bit from probably anybody else or the instructions. And what I like to do is cheat. And if you look at the wires you are provided, they'll tell you exactly how much insulation you need to remove to expose the core of the wire. So I just kind of eyeball it. Shocker. She kind of lines up with the O in suppression. Right below there, I just take a razor blade, very gently, because these are silicone jackets, try to cut it straight like I'm not, and just gently roll the wire on your razor blade. You don't even got to cut all the way through it. Then you can bend, pull. And this is okay. This is the fiberglass insulation. Just pull that to the side and chop it off if you get that in there. It's no biggie. I've done it this way a whole long time. I've never had any problems. I will this time because I said that. More or less, you have your core exposed. Now, what do you do with it, huh? Well, you reach into your bag of stuff, and what I like to do is put the boot on first. You gotta lube it up, you know. There we go. And you want to draw the wire all the way through the boot. I broke it. Alright, do-over. And that is why you always leave a little slack in there, you know. If you're anything like me, you'll screw it up 4 times before you get it right. I ain't trying to build the Eiffel Tower here. I'm trying to make a spark plug wire, alright? So let's not get all engineerical here. It's like a dandelion. So what you do, take your electrode wire thing, carbonized fiber, and roll it over the back side. Set your electrode terminal thing, this thing. You want to leave about a 1/16 of an inch, or I call it like a thumbnail, hanging out of this end here. So just a little bit, not a lot. Anyway, I just squeeze her together. That way it doesn't try to run away from me. Then I just put it in. It's got this little like die thing here that doesn't work at all. And, you know, kind of just, you know, play with it is what I'm trying to tell you here. Just play with it, and you'll figure it out, probably. And if you don't, well, you can't blame me, because I don't know what I'm doing either. That's more or less what you end up with there. You want to make sure it's crimped on there good. Give it a tug. It's not coming back off. It'll work. We've got the electrode wire is firmly smashed against the contact here. Just make sure you give it that safety tug there to, you know, make sure it's not going to fall off on you. Just pull your boot back over it, and when you put it on the distributor, it'll kind of find its home. So here we go. We got our wire we just made. We're going to shoot on down to numero 50 here, and then we're going to shoot her on up here and just snap it in place. Now obviously we will put some wire separators and stuff in here to, you know, snazz it up a little bit. One cool thing about making your wire separators like I usually do, since you use the zip ties, these are stuck together. And there's nothing really wrong with these wires other than they're old and mismatched and just look bad. So basically you have a pre-formed, pre-measured out set of plug wires for another Pontiac V8 or whatever you happen to be working on. So these are going in the trunk for spares for sure. Well, there we go. With them yellow plug wires, we're ready to be on the cover of Trailer Park Monthly. We gotta separate them. My normal go-to is, of course, to zip tie them. And I went to the local auto parts store. They wanted $15 for a pack of 100 zip ties. And I said, no thanks. So I did get these Mr. Gasket ones for $5. I don't normally like these, but these are okay. They're the thick plastic ones. Don't ever use the thin plastic ones. they'll cut right through the jacket and you'll have misfires out the yin-yang. So when you're trying to, gosh, I got the hiccups. Oh, God dang it. You want to make sure that they're all on the same plane. You know, if you're running over a hose or if you're running over a valve cover, you know, whatever, just make sure that they're all, they go 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, and they're all on the same level. Otherwise, it just looks bad. That's how mine usually turn out. So just snap them in, be gentle with them so you don't tear the jackets up. I like to run mine behind the valve cover if I can, just to hide them a little. And there we go. They're nice and tucked in there, nice and clean. That's what you want to see. Organize your plug wires, guys. It really, really improves the look of your... Well, let's say we go ahead and get our hood inserts in. I got this one positioned pretty good. Took a little massaging here, but wasn't too bad. Now this other side might be a little different story. These are genuine Ram Air units here. They're fiberglass. That's good because they're neat. Bad because they're flimsy. So these actually have to be somewhat right. But since I got the other one in, I'm going to go ahead and bolt it in so we don't ruin it. There we go. Now this one did not want to go in, and it actually broke in half because they're fiberglass and old. So what we're going to do is disguise those self-tappers I shot into it. Disguise them very loosely. Or not. Now those screws will be a lot harder to notice. It'll work. Stopped off at the Home Depot to get my door latches. Stocked up on some heavy-duty self-tappers. But here's the door latches. I think those will work great. Good old barrel bolt. You know, safety factor decreased by at least 10%. Sucks to be who has to sit over here, but it'll suck even worse for me over there. At least this one works. Plus, you know, we can put a padlock in there. This is exceptionally dangerous. This whole deal is just bad. Don't do it. But it does work. Well, I just went ahead and tossed this on. I had to do some thinking. If I was smart, I'd probably weld this on, but I actually don't want to because I don't think these are going to be permanent. They'll work for now. This one actually works pretty good. Well, I just put the new drive shaft in, so sorry to get away from whatever we were doing. It's been a little bit of a nightmare. I think I ordered it too short, but let's see what happens. But we're not going to test it out on the road. We'll just test it in here, in our professional closed course testing facility. And that's why the posi is so important. You gotta lay 2 patches of 10-inch rubber, you know. Not bad out of the old girl for a little rip around the field. I think it will do nicely. She did suffer a little damage, but I'm happy. Tires rub real bad. Gotta fix that for sure. Probably just run a smaller tire. Those are pretty big. It's fun. It's really fun. It's perfect for what we want to do. Well, let's go ahead and toss the taillight lenses in here, huh? Seems to be covered in dirt for some reason. Anyway, you got to put these, housing things in here. And Dwayne up in Michigan sent me one of these. I bought it from him. Thank God he did, because, man, these are expensive. $50 for one of these, but kind of a necessary thing, you know. Not much to them, man. You just pop them in, click. Just, if they don't actually click, just make the clicking noise with yourself. And, then you can feel better about it. So, yeah, there we go. Click. And kaboomy. Well, they're in there. And, of course, there's, 3 bulbs out and only half of it works, but hey, whatever, you know what? It's good enough for me. Went ahead and put the quick release license plate on here. It's just real easy to do with this random crap I found laying around. Huh? It's marvelous. Well, thank you guys for watching. We got a lot done this episode. We got some fancy plug wires, and we got another seat in there. We got a lot done. Again, just a reminder, you guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I know you are out there. Just hit that button, Share it around with your friends. And a reminder, you can join the Low Buck Club for 99 cents a month and see all the videos a little ahead of time. You don't miss anything if you don't join. You will never miss any content. But for 99 cents a month, you can see the videos a little early. And if you just want to help out, that's the way to do it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Check out our partners, roadkillcustoms.com, holley.com. And if you buy anything from Holley, tell them I sent you. Tell Roadkill Customs that you found them through me, on Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook, Pole Barn Garage, Instagram at Pole Barn Garage. We're everywhere. We're all over the social medias. Thank you.